Hey guys, Haas with Haas Games and Cards, and I hope you're all doing awesome because you all deserve it. What do we got going on today? Well, today, this is pre-recorded, so don't know. Don't know. We made a video about Phantasmal Flames and allocations and all that crap, and so just thought we would talk about some of the stuff going on with it. Because one thing that's weird in all the drama with different content creators that have distribution is they're all calling each other out, being like, they won't say what their distribution numbers are. And then they're like, but I'm not either. I'll just say percentages and stuff. I know, like, frickin', I can't remember who it was. I don't know if Pokey was jumping in on that, but I know like Nostalgianomics was, Anon, and they're all like, oh yeah, they won't say what their distribution numbers are. But then Anon was just like, I'm getting like 2% less, won't even like, of like what I got from Mega. And it's just like, okay. I mean, if you guys really want to know, I think we're going to talk about it today for sure. I think it's stupid. I don't know why people are so tight knit about it, and I'm the least impressive person to talk about allocations, but it's gonna tie into this Mega Charizard UPC as well, and why I don't think you want to be paying $300 for it. That's crazy. But let's dive into it and look at some numbers. And actually, that's kind of hilarious. So, as we're making this video, I'm trying to pull up my allocation numbers. I should have tried to pull it up beforehand. And I'm not trying to troll you guys, but it's just really funny because I know Amazon and Venmo and all these other places that run off of apps or whatever they run off of server-wise, they're all crashing right now. You can't pull them up. You can't work them. If you tried to pull up Venmo at the time I recorded this, it won't work. I guess my distro runs off of the same stuff because I can't pull up my allocations. But I already know the numbers for the most part over my head for the for the mainline products. Between wave 1 and 2, or at least the important products, there's going to be some of the specialty collection boxes like the Venusaur and Kangaskhan boxes. I won't remember strictly the perfect number off the top of my head, but I know for those two it's 6 each for wave 1. I think wave 2 is like 3 each, something like that. So not a crazy amount, but again, some of the numbers do matter, because if I'm getting an increase in something, then I feel like other people are probably getting a huge increase. As far as booster box cases, wave 1, I'm only getting 2 booster box cases. I don't know if I just said wave 1 or 2, but that's wave 1. Wave 2, I'm getting a booster box case and 3 booster boxes, so they're going to have to break down a case to give me that. And like I said, I'm not going to do pre-orders on Wave 2 until it ships, because Mega Evolutions Wave 2 took forever, and they delayed so much stuff that I'm not doing that again. There's no way. And as far as... So yeah, that was the booster boxes. So we're getting 3 cases total between the 2 waves and 3 boxes. As far as ETBs, I'm probably getting a little less of this because I got 10 ETBs for Wave 1 and Wave 2 of Mega. For Wave 1, I think I'm only getting 10 at the very beginning, and then Wave 2, I think I'm only getting 6. So not a ton, nothing to write home about, nothing impressive. And I mean, I'm just a small store. I don't really get a ton of stuff anyways. Booster bundles, same deal. Wave 1, I think I'm getting like 8 instead of 10, so they're going to short me 2 and not give me a full display case where I had 10 for Mega Evolutions. And then Wave 2, I think I'm only getting like 4 to 6, something like that. Super small numbers. But here's where it gets interesting, and where you need to definitely not buy the Mega Charizard Ultra Premium Collection at $300. Right now they're selling for about $297 to $320. Crazy number. Don't buy it for that. But here's where it gets crazy, because with prismatic SPCs, I only got 4. So 1 sealed case, I got 4. Didn't sell any of them. Kept them for myself. For this one, Wave 1, we're getting 9. And Wave 2, we're getting... how much was it? 9. 9 again. So 18 total, which is crazy. I've never gotten that many UPCs for any set. In fact, the Terapagos UPC, I barely even got any of those. Like, I very barely got any of those. So when they said that they're really ramping up the printing on this UPC, I was kind of skeptical because they said they did that for the Terapagos UPC. They're like, oh yeah, we really upped the printing, and I barely got any. And then the Prismatic SPC, they're like, we saw the leaks, right? We saw those leaks where there's pallets and pallets of that shit. And people were like, oh my gosh, that's going to go so far. People are going to be able to get this so easy, and it's going to crash the price. But, you know, I was thinking in the back of my head, that one pallet wouldn't even do all of Forge and Fire's pre-sales. There's no way. They do like thousands and thousands. There's maybe a couple hundred on that pallet. So there's absolutely no way. But on this one, if I'm getting 18, that's telling me some people are getting a whole lot more than they normally do too. 18 for me is a lot. I usually don't get 18. So I'm just very impressed. It's just crazy. I didn't think I'd be getting that many UPCs. And that tells me there's going to be a lot in the market. Now, is that going to bring it down to MSRP? I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. But you also can't go off of store numbers either. And I think this is why stores aren't talking about it that much, because they're getting so many of them that they don't want to sell them any less than this $300 number, whatever it is. They're getting so many of them that I think they're like, you know, we got to say there's a little more, but not really dive into it because we don't want to talk about the numbers and we don't want to lose that money, which I get. I don't want to lose money either. But it's just so weird that they're all calling each other out for not telling what their distro numbers are, but then won't do it themselves. It's so weird. Like, there's so much weird drama in Pokemon right now. It's hilarious. I love watching it. I really do. I love watching it quite a bit. Are mine going to be at MSRP? Absolutely not, because you guys help me pay for my investments. So that's how it works. I made an LLC. I get distro, and it's to help me build my sealed collection at the end of the day. I may not make a ton up front, but helps me for the long term, in my opinion. That's the main reason why I have this setup the way I do. And so definitely don't buy these at 300. And if a lot of distros are pumping this out and stores are pumping this out with a lot more, because if I'm seeing an increase, you have to remember everybody else is seeing an increase by far. They're seeing a much bigger increase on this product than what they normally would have thought they'd get. So if you are looking at getting this, you have to remember that there's going to be more Best Buy drops, more Walmart drops. There's probably going to be Costco. I wouldn't be surprised if Costco for the holidays didn't get this. I bet there's going to be some kind of cool bundle deal where these probably come with like a booster bundle, a Pokeball, who knows. But I bet they're going to do a really cool bundle deal, and it'll be cheap. It'll be super cheap. So don't buy this for $300 to $320. That's crazy. Don't do it. Are mine priced the best? Absolutely not. If you have the money and you want to go into it, go for it. If not, I don't mind holding on to it anyway, so it's all good. I'll be launching my pre-orders this week. This week while I'm on vacation, I'm just going to turn it on my website randomly, and whoever can get it, for sure. For sure. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you want to hear about next, or if there's anything you guys want to hear about, or whether it has to do with building a Pokemon business, getting distro, whatever. I'm not an expert, but I did it. If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. Definitely a different climate to start in, for sure. I think I started in a much easier time to start in, but I feel like anybody can do it. Is Pokemon going to crash down? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. I'm not banking on it, but you never know. But yeah, I'm on vacation. You guys should go on vacation. Enjoy Halloween. I hope you all have a good night. Don't do anything crazy.